guys, this is Mommy Beluga Investing.
Hi there, back again with me Rati in Mommy Beluga Investing. In this video, I'm going to analyze AEM Holdings with stock symbol AWX. My quick take for AEM Holdings are, first, to me it looks like a good example of turnaround company where it quickly shed out its loss-making operations. Two, it seems to be an interesting company. However, I don't have a plan to make any position on this stock yet. The performance and valuation seems to be outshined by UMS and Valuetronics that I have discussed in the past. Follow my video as I quickly discuss the company's profile, EPS, dividend, and other numbers. Please consider to subscribe because it means a lot for a beginning YouTuber like me. If you have any comments or input, do not hesitate to put in comment section. It'll probably help me to get more perspectives, learn more, and probably came up with better analysis next time. Okay, before getting into the data, I'll read out the disclaimer first. Disclaimer, this is an amateur video. My main intention is to record my own journey, learning and practicing investing from scratch. Over time, you may find that some inconsistencies in my analysis and conclusion. Please bear with me. My analysis is limited to the public data that I can access and the scope of my knowledge. Both of those change over time. This video shouldn't replace any financial advice and need a suggestion to take position, buy or sell in the stock market. Please conduct your own research before making any decision. But if you do your own research, I hope this video could be useful somehow. Okay, now let's start from a brief company profile. AEM Holding was incorporated in Singapore on the 21st of July 2000. From company's profile in SGX, AEM Holdings name was only used since 7th of May 2007. Now, apart from this, there are not much milestones that have been described in AEM's annual report. According to the corporate information from SGX website, AEM Holdings have been listed in SGX main board since December 2000. I also saw some announcements of AEM Holdings since 2008, but with SGX stock ticker A10 or A10. If you know more about this, do not hesitate to put the information in the comment section because I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, next. Currently, AEM Holdings offer a customized system test and handling solution for semiconductor and electronics companies serving computing, fifth generation, and artificial intelligence or AI markets. Broadly, AEM's business segments are Equipment System Solution or ESS, providing customized system solutions involving precise high-speed motion and innovative mechanical, designed to both mass volume manufacturers and new technology development laboratories. The second one is System Level Test and Inspection or SLTI, providing solutions that bridge the growing gap between user applications and standard ATI coverage with complex IC designs and advanced packaging techniques. It enables testing complex devices in their real end user environment, including extreme temperature range. The next one is MEMS or Micro Electromechanical Systems, provides test solution for micro electromechanical systems and spatial wafer probing needs ranging from the R&D phase to high volume production and system level testing, which enables manufacturers to achieve the lowest cost of tests, reduce time to market, effective process cycle, accurate stimulus, and high production yield. The next one is TMS or Test and Measurement Solution. Engage in the research, development, and production of advanced communications and industrial test solutions. Acquisition of several companies for the last 5 years seems to be the main growth drive for AEM's holdings. There are 3 of them that I can mention here. The first one is MUTest or MUTest, DB Design Group Inc., and Lattice Innovation Inc. On the screen, we have AEM Holdings' global footprint according to its 2020 annual report. The company has manufacturing plants in San Jose, and then Finland, Suzhou, Penang, and of course, Singapore, its global headquarters. The company also has direct engineering or support sales in some places around the globe, mainly in the US and Asia. Okay, now let's continue with the shareholders. On the screen, we have a list of AEM Holdings substantial shareholders. They are mostly behind some custodian accounts, as we can see on the screen. But one name appears in the list, which is Mr. James Toh Ban Leng, which around 4% interest. Yeah. According to AEM's 2020 annual report, Mr. Toh is currently a non-executive director of the company. Okay, so that was a quick look at AEM's profile. Now, let's take a look at the company's performance. So here, as usual, I plotted AEM's holding earning per share for the last 11 years, since 2006. According to the corporate information for SGX website, AEM Holdings have been listed in SGX main board since December 2000. As I mentioned previously at the beginning of the video. I also added here a horizontal green dash line as a guide to zero level. Earning below this line indicates that the company is recording a loss for that particular year. At a glance, we can see that AEM's holding performance is not that impressive until the period of 2015-2017. Previously, there were more loss years than those of profits. There are a couple of years that it recorded a loss. That was in 2007, 2008, 2009, and then 2012, and continue 2013, and then the biggest loss happened in 2014. The major AEM performance turnaround happened in this year, the biggest loss in 2014. There were a few major things happened there. The first one was AEM Holdings moves away from semiconductor substrate making business. Okay, AEM Holdings substrate business were done via their subsidiary Microcircuit Technology Private Limited, in short MCT. MCT has been operating at a loss since 2012. As a result, it was sold in 2014 at also a loss. The next one that happened in 2014 was to focusing the business to equipment and automation. Okay, since then, the performance seems to be improving a lot. Since 2015, AEM had been consistently operating in profit and growing as well. It reported a record profit year after year till 2020. 2021 seems to be lower here, but do note that the year hasn't ended yet. Okay, so that was AEM Holdings profitability for the last 14 years. Now let's take a look at what other perks for those that holdings AEM share. That is the dividend. Okay, as usual, to see the sensibility of dividend payout, so here I plotted 3 layers of information. The first one is the dividend payout itself over the last 16 years, which I plotted as red round markers connected by a thick red line, as we can see on the screen. On each of the points, I have annotated with 2 numbers. The number above the markers are the dividend payouts in Singapore dollars, and the one below are the payout ratios to the respective year's earning per share. As a comparison, again here I plotted back the earning per share as a thinner red line with the same color, red. Quickly I can see the effect of AEM's 2014 transformation. Prior to 2014, I could see that an unhealthy dividend payout, especially those in 2007, 2012, and 2013. AEM's recorded a loss during those years, but they still distributed dividends. Okay, after 2014, the dividend landscape seems to be much healthier. First, AEM no longer paying dividend more than their earnings. That's a good sign. The second one, the payout ratio close to proportional to the earnings. Okay, then the third one is payout ratio range between 3 to 31%, which is pretty reasonable for me. Okay, the last 5 years was some of AEM's holding good years. Now this is what a dividend hunter might be waiting for. Here plotted the average dividend yield per year as the round markers. At each markers, I placed an error bar, which represents the range of yields over that year. The variation in a year is caused by the volatility level of the share price. The yield increased if the share price decreased, and vice versa. We can see that the dividend yield were mostly better than the bank's interest. Even the 2016 yield of 0.62% are still better than 2021 bank's deposit rate. Depending how good is your market timing, getting 3% yield might be possible. That will depend buying at low price during good economy. But unfortunately, both of those things doesn't really like to happen at the same time. Okay, now let's take a look at AEM's holdings market valuation. Okay, to see AEM's holding market valuation, here I plotted 4 layers of information. They are: first, the price, which represents market valuation of the company. It is also the easiest information that I can obtain. I can use the search term AEM Holdings share price, and it will pop me with this kind of graph. But price alone, as we all know, often misleading for the value of the company and its prospect. So I'll include some fundamental indicators to help me to decide. The second layer of information is the 10 times earning multiply, which here I plotted as a dashed green line. 10 times earning multiply can be considered as the price where price to earning, that is the PE ratio, is 10. For me, I consider 10 times earning multiply has 2 purposes. The first one is that it indicates the price where I have higher chance to break even within 10 years. You could plot 5 times earning multiply if your investment horizon is only 5 years. Second, as a consequence for the first reason, I'll consider the share price above 10 times earning multiply to be expensive. But at the same time, I also take the historical price movement into consideration. The third layer of information is 15 times earning multiply. With the same principle, the price will be deemed as expensive, okay, if I see it is above 15 times earning multiply. Here I plotted the 15 times earning multiply as dashed yellow line, just like the traffic light. I'll start feeling nervous if the price crossed this line, particularly for non-growth company. It means that its value is too expensive. Okay, the fourth layer of information, valuation, okay? Okay, the fourth layer of information is the 20 times earning multiply. Here I plotted as a dashed red line. I would consider the share price to be super expensive if it ever crossed this line. For non-growth company, I consider to cut down my position if this happened, and if also historically it never happened before. Okay, so now let's see what's going on with AEM holding share price. Okay, similar with the earnings, AEM share price was not that exciting till 2017. AEM share price prior to 2017 is considered flat as compared to after 2018. We can see historically the price followed the 10 earnings multiply since 2014. So I guess the market was rather cautious but optimistic for AEM. The market see AEM Holding as growth company but cautious for overvaluing it. AEM share price had couple of times peaked or poked through 10 earnings multiply. That was in 2017 until early 2018. Now in second quarter of 2021, earnings have been dropped significantly. It made the share price higher than the 10 times earning multiply. In this case, possibility of the share price to drop is higher than the previous quarter. However, 2021 is not done yet. There could be surprise from quarter 3 and quarter 4. Okay, so based on this trend, what is the reasonable price from my point of view? Okay, so here I added the price annotation on the screen, as we can see. Based on the current 10 times earning multiply, I would put the sound asleep price at 2.1 at its 10 times earning multiply, as I mentioned before. As of 17th of September 2021, when this video was prepared, AEM Holdings price was 4.25 Singapore dollar per share, which is slightly, not slightly, which is, slightly above, correct, which is slightly above its 20 times earning per share. Okay, but again, 2021 is not done yet. There could be earnings recovery from quarter 3 and quarter 4 that may justify AEM's valuation. Okay, in conclusion, it seems to be an interesting company. However, I'm not that excited in making any position on this stock just yet. The performance and valuation seems to be outshined by UMS and Valuetronics that I have discussed in the past. Okay, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave comments, and if this video is useful for you, please subscribe to my channel. It's free for you and it means a lot for a beginning YouTuber like me. I'll see you again in the next video. Goodbye.